Hello Primary 4, how are you? Our lesson today is the congruency, and the congruency is the relation between two geometrical shapes when the two geometrical shapes are exactly similar, like the two shapes like each other without any difference between them. And this symbol, which is three line segments, its name is congruent 2, and we are using it to tell you that the two geometrical shapes are congruent. There is a congruency relation between them. This shape, its name is what? Congruent 2. Excellent. Okay, here as you see with me, the two polygons are congruent if we have two conditions. The first one, their corresponding sides are equal in length. 2. Their corresponding angles are equal in measure. Okay, the two polygons are congruent if the corresponding sides, the opposite sides, are equal in length, and the opposite angle, the corresponding angle, are equal in measure. Like here we have this polygon A, B, C, D, and here we have E, F, G, H. Two polygons. That polygon, as you see here, A, B, C, D, is congruent to this symbol meaning congruent to the polygon E, F, G, H. Then AB is equal to EF or congruent to EF, equal in length. AB, the length of AB equal the length of EF, or AB congruent to EF. And AD congruent to what? EH. Excellent. The corresponding side. Okay. DC congruent to what? DC congruent to HG. DC congruent to HG. What about CB? CB is congruent to GF. And by the same way, the angle A is congruent to the angle E, and the angle B is congruent to the angle F, angle D congruent to H, and the angle C is congruent to the angle G, meaning each two corresponding angles are equal in length, in measure, and any two congruent sides are equal in length. Here, solve with me. A triangle ABC congruent to triangle XYZ. Then, measure of angle B equal what? Look with me. We have here ABC congruent to XYZ. The first one is A, second one is B, third one is C. We have here the second one, which is B. So, B is equal to the second one, which is Y. A equal B, measure of A equal measure of X, measure of B equal measure of Y, measure of C equal measure of Z. So, as you see, if triangle ABC congruent to triangle XYZ, then measure of angle B equal measure of angle Y. Second one, if triangle ABC congruent to triangle XYZ the same way, then AB equal what? AB, the first letter and the second letter from the first triangle, will equal to the first letter and second letter from the second triangle. So AB is equal to XY. AB will equal XY. Question C. If triangle XYZ congruent to triangle MNO, then NO equal what? NO is the second letter and third letter from here, so will be equal to the second letter and the third letter, which are YZ. Easy? It's very easy. Okay, the two polygons are congruent if their corresponding sides are, we said it before, the two polygons are congruent if their corresponding sides are equal in length, and their corresponding angles are equal in measure. Again and again, the two polygons are congruent if their corresponding sides are equal in length and their corresponding angles are equal in measure. Question E. The rectangle ABCD congruent to the rectangle XYZL. Then BC congruent to what? B and C, second letter and third letter, will be congruent to the second letter from here and third letter also, which are YZ, sorry. Second letter and third letter. So the rectangle ABCD congruent to the rectangle XYZL, then BC congruent to B and C, the second and the third. Look with me, B and C, second and third, will be congruent to the second and third from here, which are Y and Z. Easy? Okay, here the question is join the congruent figure. Join the congruent figure, we will search about which two figures are congruent, which two figures are exactly the same. Look with me about firstly this parallelogram. Which of their shapes is congruent to this parallelogram? This? No, it's not congruent to this. Yes. What about this? Yeah, this is congruent to this. So we will join it. Here we have this hexagon. Which figure is congruent to this hexagon? No, yes. So I'll match this with this. Okay. The third one, this shape, congruent to which shape? Of course, it looks like this, so it's congruent to it. And the last one, we'll join this with this. These are the congruent figure. The congruent figure are the figures which are exactly the same. And don't forget, the two polygons are congruent if the corresponding angles are equal in measure and the corresponding sides are equal in length. Easy? I hope that you can understand it. See you soon and goodbye.